All right, so Bobby Dee, thanks again for meeting with us today, Music Connection. So take us back to the beginning and how you got started in the entertainment business.
I got started in 1987 with my father, Bobby Dee Sr. He owned a nightclub in Lakewood, California called Side Streets, and he premiered New Kids on the Block before they broke out. Easy-E was always over there with Uncle Jam's Army, the original Uncle Jam. Tone Loc, we broke Tone Loc, Cypress Hill. It was actually Mellow Mayonnaise, his brother, that would always say, put my brother on. They got this badass little hippie group and they're gonna be off the hook, man. I said, let's do it. And you know, so we broke a lot of the local West Coast artists there, and I was just always tagging on my dad as a 9-year-old, and I fell in love with the business. It was really cool.
That's cool.
So actually, I got started by my dad.
Okay.
You know, so he's Bobby Dee Sr.
Okay. So was it more like promotion, marketing?
It was a nightclub, you know, and then what happened is he fell in love with booking these acts, and after he sold the nightclub, because Downey wasn't trying to see a Latino owning a nightclub back then in the 80s, so they kicked us out of the city. He kept doing the show thing. That's where we started booking, you know, salsa acts like Mark Anthony, Jerry Rivera, Celio Cruz, Tito Puente, and he just kept going on, and it got big. So, you know, but we definitely in the beginning went after a certain demographic, which was Latinos. Right. And I was watching, I said, man, why can't we do like the Tone Locs, the Lisas, but I love that shit, you know what I mean? Sorry, my language. And it was just cool, you know, so I kind of got phone numbers whenever they'd come. And I was only a 9-year-old kid. Can I have your phone number, Lisa? Can I have your phone number, Cover Girls? And they're like, yeah, here you go, you know? And I actually called. Right. It's little Bobby. So that's how I stayed in it.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay, fast forward, tell us about how Bobby Dee Presents came about.
Again, you know, it's an homage to my dad's name. It was never Bobby Dee Presents back then, because no one was really using their names back then. You know, I think Ralph Hauser, rest in peace, was the first one to ever identify with the name. It was either, you know, no one ever really used their name, and I just said, you know what, let me give props to my pops, and I called it Bobby Dee Presents to give us identity, to separate us from Live Nation, AEG, and just give props to my dad more than anything. Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay. And then how did Uncle Snoop's Army form together?
Uncle Snoop's Army is a coalition of Snoop's brainchild. He wanted to do a booking agency, artists development, and a concert company. And he sought me out, kept coming to my shows and said, Bobby, let's do this, brother. He goes, I'm defecting from where I'm at. I'm not happy. And he said, let's rock and roll. So it was cool. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's dope. For sure. And then tell us about some of your experience with other artists that you've dealt with on tours.
Well, you know, right now I'm managing Bone Thugs and Harmony, OT Genasis, Warren G, and they've all been good experiences, bro. Like people are just happy to be working. And that's the thing that we're giving chances to these artists who normally don't get shots anymore because they may be outdated. They're not the Billie Eilish, blah, blah, blah. But we're keeping them working, and we're keeping them working nationwide. So it's been great. You know, they're just happy to work. And let me tell you this, from a business stance, you know, we're making a small piece of what they do, but not taking it away from them. You know what I mean? Like, we put it on top. And it's just been great, but they're happy just to be working, and we're happy to be booking them, and the customers get a happy, you know, return.
Absolutely, and they're so valuable.
Of course, yeah. Lisa, bro, she's busy every day, bro. You know what I mean?
Music,
yeah. So you know,
absolutely cool. And then, man, what keeps you motivated?
You know, my family, my dad, my mom. I take care of them. My pop still works with us. You know, he's the figurehead of the company. But mainly just seeing them, you know, being able to be cool, because in the beginning, bro, my dad took chances. You know, and sometimes he went bye-bye for a while, if you know what I mean. Right. And he gave us that to provide us with a good life. And I'm not saying that's good or bad. You know, I'm not saying that, I'm not condoning it, but at the same time, he did it for us. So I want to give back now. And let them live happy and have the Mercedes-Benzes and all that, you know what I mean? So we do it right.
Definitely. Yeah. Okay. And kind of just backtracking, I know you have another brand called FKOA.
That's a partner of mine. That's Jim Philippine. It's called Fat Kids of America.
Okay.
He was a little fat kid that got bullied when he was little.
Okay.
So he said, all right, let me give an homage to the kids that are bullied. And the little logo is a little fat kid going like that. Right. Okay. So it's a little tongue-in-cheek thing. But yeah, that's his company. He's a partner of ours too.
Okay, and is that more on the Latino side?
No, he's Italian. Okay. So we got a black, an Italian, and a Mexican. And we merged together, bro.
That's triple threat.
Yeah, brother, you know.
Okay. And anything up and coming that you want to let the listeners know?
You know what, bro? We have some huge festivals coming up. And now I'm going to give you guys an insight. We got a festival May 2nd with Morrissey, Devo, Blondie, Psychedelic Furs, every single big 80s act you could think of under one roof. And we're anticipating 35,000 people sold out in 1 minute. Once it goes on sale, that's how big it is. The following week, we're going to do Lauryn Hill, B2K, Ja Rule, Ashanti, every single 2000 act, Sean Paul, Saweetie, Megan Thee Stallion, Summer Walker, everybody you can think of, bro. It's gonna be hot. It's called Lovers and Friends. Little John, Usher, and Ludacris.
So you guys are really changing the game, and
yeah, we just want to make it fun, man. Because look, the days of going to see one person, those are over. We had to make it like, you have to keep people's interest. So now I try to make it where like a mom can go, but she brings her kids. That's a Summer Walker. But the mom wants to go see Usher. You know what I mean? So I kind of found a middle ground, like, you know what, moms and kids can go, dads and kids can go. I made it fun because I bring my kids to my shows. We make them safe. I mean, bro, so that's it.
For sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And what advice would you give to up-and-coming artists that are getting their hustle on?
Man, you gotta just really work, bro. Like, if you're afraid to go out there on the road, then there ain't gonna be no money for you. You know what I mean? Oh, this whole business is all about, you know, at least my business is on the road. The days of album sales, those are gone. So if you're not out there on the road hustling, bro, you ain't working. You ain't eating.
For sure.
You know what I mean? So like, when I see an artist, it's like, nah, I don't want. I'm later. All good. Catch you on the next one. You know what I mean? Hear about it. So because we do break a lot of new artists, bro. We got Trae Tha Truth. We got BG Perico. We got a bunch of new artists that are just like, man, they need their shot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what we're doing.
Yeah.
So you'll see tonight if you come to the show
Sure.
that we're gonna have some artists and they're like, okay, cool. You know, and they're otherwise not given the attention that you really should hear.
Like RJ.
Yeah, RJ's. You know what I mean? RJ's like, man, like, he's amazing, bro.
Yeah.
Last night he tore it up. So
for
he's
sure.
happy to be there.
Yeah. So any artists that are established or coming up in the game, how can they reach out to you?
BobbyDeePresents.com, Bobby at BobbyDeePresents.com. Hit me there. One of my reps will reach out, or I will personally sometimes. If your shit's fire, bro, I'm gonna hit you. You know what I mean? I'm gonna come talk to you, and I'm gonna give you a chance to hear it, digest it, then take it to Snoop. Snoop's the ultimate. You know, he's the general of the army. So once he says it's cool, I take the third. He said, I like that. That's me when I was little. So yeah, bro. So get at me at Bobby at BobbyDeePresents.com. Sorry.
Absolutely. Okay. And any final words? Where can people? You know, again, you mentioned your online. But any final words?
You know, yeah. Just thank you for the support. We're gonna keep bringing good shows to you. I promise the one thing that we'll never do is get stale. You know, and we'll keep listening. So when you guys send us those emails and those suggestions on Instagram, Facebook, we listen to them. You know, and the one thing we'll never do is not. Because once we start thinking we got it down cold, it's over, bro. Big shout out to Music Connection, and thank you for your time.